Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is MUA J and today's video is another eyeshadow roulette. Yay! So I've got another spin and we are going to create a look with an eyeshadow palette from my spinning wheel. But before we get into that, I want to share another 5 top things about me that you probably never knew about. So let's just jump into the video. Firstly, I want to say if you can hear background noise, my husband is working from home as well, so I've got him in the other room doing some work, and you know, he's really into calls and whatnot, so yeah, you're gonna hear his voice a little bit, so just bear in mind that it's my husband. But anyway, so I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're staying safe. I hope you're keeping warm. The weather is kind of confused, but you know, we go. I used a leave-in conditioner, a new one, and it's left my hair looking all white, but you know what, we move. This is actually natural. But anyway, let's get into the 5 things about me. So number 1, my hair. So I naturally have white, silver, grey hair. It's hereditary. My mom has full-on grey hair when she was younger. She had full grey hair. My sisters have grey spots, and you know, it's just it's hereditary. It's normal. I'm not going old, but you know what? I love it. It doesn't listen to dye, it doesn't listen to color, so we just move with it. So mine is just the front and patches along the side and a lot within the hair. So the white streaks that you see in my hair is actually my natural hair, in case you were wondering. Fun fact too, my favorite colors are black, blue and green, in case you never knew. Black, I love black because 1, it is very flattering, it's very professional looking. Blue and green, you guys know, I do loads of looks using blue and green. It's always been that type of color that looks really well with my skin tone, and I really love the way it looks on me. So those 3 are my favorite colors. And just as a bonus, I really do not like pink. Like, in my mind, there are certain types of pink that I will go with, like the pinks in the ABH Volume 4 palette, but there's some pinks I'm like, no, nah. Fun fact 3, I do have a design background. I'm not really going to tell you guys exactly what it is, but I do have a design background. Some of you know that I have a photography background. I used to be a freelance photographer. I had to give that up because of my health issues, my wrist and whatnot, but I still do photography. I still do it. I just don't cover weddings and events as much. But on the odd occasion, I do that. So in case you didn't know, I do have a photography background and I do have a design background. So yeah. Fun fact 4, I hate jazz music. Yeah, I said it. I said it. I said it. I said it. I don't like jazz music, and my favorite musician of all time is John Legend, will always be John Legend, and he is everything. There was a point I was hoping somehow some sort of miracle would allow him perform at my wedding, but it never happened. But my first dance was to a John Legend song, and I am just smitten. His voice, his lyrics, everything, just it hits home. I love him. I love you, John. I love you. I love you. And not so fun fact 5, I was in a very toxic relationship that made me I was in a very toxic relationship before I got married that made me hate my body image. Like, the person I was with had a problem with the way I looked, had a problem with my weight, and to be honest, for a very long time I surrounded myself with people who had a problem with my weight. It was always not enough. Either I'm too big or I'm gaining weight or blah 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 blah. And I had to reach a point in my life, or actually before I got to that point, because I was a full mess, I got to a point where I was starving myself. I lost a lot of weight, I literally went from a size 20 to about size 12. Yeah, I lost a lot of weight. I looked really sick and anorexic, and at that point I just said to myself, girl, if he don't love you when you're you, he ain't gonna love you if something happens to you. So it's kind of one of the things that helped me gain strength and leave that toxic relationship. But my husband has never questioned the way I look. He always says whatever makes you happy makes me happy, and I couldn't ask for anybody else just to love me for who I am. So yeah, girl, if you're in a toxic relationship where your partner continues to complain about your weight, he don't like it, you look this, you look that, leave him. He ain't good for you. He ain't good for you. You should only want to change your weight, change your appearance for you. Only if you want to, if it's causing you health issues, if you want to look different, you do it for you. Don't let nobody do it for you. Don't let nobody influence the way you think, feel, or look at yourself, because honestly, it's the road to unhappiness. So yeah. So let's get into the spin. So this week's spin, I'm actually really excited. I was fingers, I can't even speak. I was so excited. I was hoping that I would spin this eyeshadow palette. So you guys have already seen from the title what it is, but at this point, you know, I'm just thinking that you haven't seen it, but you know, I know you've seen it, but I really shouldn't be too excited, should I? Okay, I'll find the spin. Just 1 second. So I'm also going to put it on the screen, but we got ta-da! We got the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. Now if you've watched my eyeshadow collection video, you will know that I showed this as part of my collection, but I just never used it. I bought it during I think Huda's Christmas sale or Black Friday, some sale. Okay, I bought it off their website and I just never used it. I just hoarded it. So when the app spun the Huda Beauty Dust Palette, I was like, yes! And I do know that for the last couple of videos I've been doing quite a lot of purple looks, but you know what, girl? I haven't used this eyeshadow palette. I've been itching to use it, but I've been trying to stick to the spinning app, unless if I'm doing a full-on, you know, review. I really want you guys to know about it. I don't know how this is gonna perform. I do have swatches, so I've done swatches of the shadows in this palette, and I do want to say that some of the shadows swatch beautifully, but some of them were a little bit patchy. Like I literally had to use a base, which I never do in my swatches. I had to use a base this time around because the eyeshadows for some reason just weren't picking up as well on my arm, but I'm hoping that it's going to be different on the eye. So we're going to try and do something cute, something romantic. I'm going for something romantic today. Okay, got my hair in a bun, I've got black on, so let's just go. So I'm gonna do my face, do my eyes, do everything, listen to some music while we do it, and then at the end of the video I'm gonna give you guys my thoughts, because this is a new palette I haven't tried before. So let's just get into it. Okay. So this is the finished look, guys, and this is my take on a romantic makeup look that would suit several scenarios. Date night, because I know some of you be out like there's no corona, but I kid. Date night, events, weddings, whatever you want, because what, it's your face, it's makeup. So this is the look, and obviously I used only the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. So let me give you guys my thoughts about this palette. First of all, it definitely does come in a unicorn, just because I didn't show you that. It comes in a beautiful purple unicorn, says Desert Dust on it. You also have Huda's eyes that comes in the palette. This kind of comes in most of her palettes now, and this is the front of the packaging, which is super pretty. Like, she is a gorgeous somebody. Like, she's beautiful, isn't she? So I really like the way the jewels and the eyes kind of light up depending on the light. So that's absolutely stunning. In terms of the package itself, it is cardboard, but it's like good cardboard. It feels really good. I like cardboard packaging that you can actually fold the mirror and the shadows. Is useful for some of us that do YouTube tutorials, so we can show you guys the shadows without blinding you with the mirror. In terms of the color story, I think this is perfect for like everyday bridal, going out, event type of look. You've got your neutral shades, you've got a good balance of matte shimmer and those topper type of shades. So you've got a couple of toppers in here. You've got that shade is more like a topper, that shade as well is more like a topper, and this one, I mean, you can use them on your lid on their own, but they perform quite nicely when they're on top of another shadow. So you do have a pressed glitter in there. That pressed glitter is very, very beautiful, but you do need a base for it. I tried swatching it without a base and it was just crumbly, but the minute I added a base, it just stuck and it spread out nicely, and it's such a beautiful color. I do like that rose gold color as well. I think the palette itself is very, very pretty. In terms of pigmentation, it is very pigmented. Like, the worry that I had when I was swatching it in terms of some of the shades not swatching properly, I didn't experience that at all when doing this look, and I purposefully used some of those shadows that didn't swatch as nicely just to see if it would look nice on my lids. So yeah, they're very, very pigmented. They blend really, really nicely and they work well with each other. I love the tones. I love the balance of the matte shades to the shimmer shades, to the pressed pigment, to the topper shades. I think this is a good everyday, going out, versatile palette, and I'm very happy that I have it in my collection. There is a little bit of fallout, a little bit of kickback, but it's still a very pigmented palette, and I always say I don't mind kickback or fallout as long as the shadows are pigmented. Some of the topper shades you can use a brush, but I find that when I use a brush it doesn't apply as nicely or as pigmented, so using a finger works really well, and I don't mind that. In terms of looks like this, it kind of gets really annoying when I want to do intricate looks, but as long as it still applies with a brush, even if it's not as pigmented, I'm fine with that. So yeah, I think definitely check it out if you haven't checked out the palette. I'm not sure where Huda stands in terms of diversity and everything in her organization. To be honest, I didn't hear much from Huda's team, but you know, I already have these in my collection. I know some of you already have these palettes in your collection, so definitely check Huda out if you're interested in the shadows. I'm trying to bring my channel back to what it's about, which is beauty, and I'm hoping to present more and more other brands to you guys, so that you've got a variety of brands that you can shop from. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So this is look 2 of my eyeshadow roulette series. I am praying to, what am I praying for? I am praying to spin, I'm praying to spin the P. Louise eyeshadow palette that I have, because I haven't tried that one out, and it's got like some shimmer shades that are so gorgeous and some mattes. I've seen some people create some beautiful looks with it, so that's what I'm hoping for, but I doubt it because this spinning app don't like me. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comment box below what eyeshadow palette you think I'm gonna spin next, and I will catch you guys in a future video. Remember, God doesn't like ugly. Be nice to someone today if you haven't. Subscribe to my channel, share it so that my channel can grow, and Black lives will always matter. Love you guys. Bye.